Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sonic, SON1Steve, the Sonic Wax YouTube channel. Today I'm coming at you with a video about oil. This has been one of my more requested videos. So if you want to check out my oil change video where I describe briefly what I'm doing and why, I have an oil change video on the Mazda Miata, which is where I talk about this high mileage oil. You can check out that video right here. If you happen to have a Mustang GT, you can check out my oil change video for that right here. And if you happen to have a Kawasaki Ninja 300, I've got an oil change video for that. I did a lot of research, you know, current up-to-date research, oils, what's available, what to do, what to use and why. With a high mileage engine like this, it's got 222,000 miles now. That's insane. I just hit 2, whatever. So let me just try to make this isn't exact, but it's about what it is. So the weights, if you're not familiar with, so 0W30, okay? When you start your engine, think of 0 as like a weight. You know, it's a measurement. So it's at 0 thickness, okay? And when it gets to operating temperature, it's at 30 thickness, okay? Okay, so that's max thickness. 90% or more of engine wear occurs at startup. So what is happening at startup and how you're using your vehicle when you start up is critical. Okay, don't jump in your car and beat the crap out of it, even if you want to. Don't jump in your car, turn it on, and come back 30 minutes later. You need to warm up your vehicle by driving it reserved, okay? Very moderately. Get in your car and basically drive as slow as you reasonably can until it gets up to operating temperature. If you get in the car and you start beating on it, you know, that's just extra wear on the engine. So, with that said, I would go to a lower weight, like a 0W30 or 0W20, if I was afforded the option. However, due to this being a high mileage, is what this vehicle is, or this video is all about, I would not step down just because of the tolerance in here. I mean, these parts are worn out. They're old. They're used. Okay? So, if you do that, you may expose other issues or things like that. So, definitely stay with your recommended weight. Some people go up. I'm not going to recommend that. Sometimes it may be the right decision, but for the most part, I'd say, like, you know, the vast majority, stick with your recommended oil weight. I mean, it was designed that way for a reason. So the Valvoline high mileage oil synthetic blend, it's a good price. You get this on sale or around at Walmart for around it's like 20 bucks. Okay, so they recommend this oil for engines with 75K plus. And if you want to enroll in their guarantee, whatever, you got to be in by 125. That isn't super high mileage in my opinion, but hey, if you got it then, you know you're going to drive the shit out of it. Why not try to get a free engine if your shit blows up, because this oil sucks, which I'm not saying it does. My car, I got it at 215. Obviously, I'm not in the guarantee. I didn't get its oil for free. I'm just doing this for fun because I like this and I want to get my info out there the best I can for you guys to the best of my abilities and knowledge. So I went with this oil honestly because it's it's a synthetic blend. 2, it's, you know, everyone seems to like it. There's no horror stories with it. It seems good. I mean, look, I can't go ahead and like, oh yeah, look, I tore down these 3 engines and they're doing fucking awesome because they're using this oil. Dude, I don't have those resources. This is my personal testimonial of basically the culmination of my research and my driving experience. I've been driving on this oil for about 7,000 miles now. What did it do? Well, I've got a little bit of lifter tick in here maybe, and this reduced it significantly. I don't even notice it anymore if it's still there. So that's a huge plus. I raced the car, okay, autocross it, and that oil on my last session was only through 1 session, but let me tell you, I beat the shit out of that thing. I'm talking like 10 runs that day, so I think of like 10 race laps, and I mean, that's pretty serious. Ultimately, I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of this and that. The bottom line is that I did as much research as I could without getting bored as shit, and this is what I settled on. Best bang for buck. Performance seems good, and now I've been running it for 7,000 miles, and I get it. That's not a ton, but I've also only been I've only had this car for 7 months. Okay, so that's a lot of miles for 7 months. This oil is good. I like it. I'm gonna rock with it all the way. Okay, this shit blows up, I'll be back here, so make sure to subscribe to the Sonic Wax YouTube channel, and you'll get that update for sure. But yeah, so that's what I'm rolling with. That's what I'm rocking with. People say, well, hey, what oil should I run? I've got high mileage. This one all day. Okay, maybe I'd go to a full synthetic blend if, you know, your car is, you know, I mean, it's all kind of relative, like how much value and how much do you really get back and all that shit. if you've been running full synthetic, obviously don't switch to a synthetic blend. Stay with a full synthetic high mileage. But if you've been running, you know, dyno oil regular, fuck that shit. Definitely synthetic blend. If you're running a synthetic blend, obviously you're good to stick with a synthetic blend. This, I imagine, was ran on dyno oil, so I stepped it up to a synthetic blend. I think it's too late where it's a full synthetic is really going to be that beneficial. And like I said, best bang for buck, this is what I'm rocking with. As far as oil filters, don't get that cheap Fram shit, I swear to God. I used to work in a parts store. I did a lot of research on that stuff. I mean, I've seen these cut open, and the bottom shelf oil filters are bottom shelf for a reason. I mean, if you absolutely love your car, get that expensive oil filter. Okay, I mean, like, I'm all for that. Like, it's $10 over 10, or let's say 5,000 for an engine. Yeah, well, that was definitely worth it. This car, my budget for this, middle of the road. Okay, so in my oil change video, I used a Fram because the better Fram, because that's all they had there, and I had to get that shit done. Then I was using a Perlator 1. That's a nice oil filter. This is a step down, but this is still a good oil filter. And I stepped down in oil filter quality because I'm driving so many miles so quickly. So I don't need an oil filter to last necessarily as long in time, but I'm gonna rack up those miles fast. So once, you know, race season starts, just driving down there and driving around all that shit, especially with my daily commute, I'm driving this car at least 5 days a week, normally 7. So with that said, I'm changing this like every 3 months max. Probably, I mean, when I hit 3,000 miles, this oil is getting changed. And it's not that I don't believe in the oil or any shit like that, but dude, it's not that expensive, and I don't want to replace this engine, even if it's not that expensive. You know how much of a headache that is? Yeah, well, if you do, then you do, and if you don't want to know. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just my video on a recommendation for high mileage oil. You know, this is my opinion, my research, my experience. Okay, if you've got other stuff, go ahead and throw it below. You know, I would love to see you comment what your favorite high mileage oil is. Alright guys, wish you a good day. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to the Sonic Wax YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's going on guys? It's Sonic, SON1C, the Sonic Wax YouTube channel. Today I'm coming at you with a video about oil. This has been one of my more requested videos. So if you want to check out my oil change video where I describe briefly what I'm doing and why, I have an oil change video on the Mazda Miata, which is where I talk about this high mileage oil. You can check out that video right here. If you happen to have a Mustang GT, you can check out my oil change video for that right here. And if you happen to have a Kawasaki Ninja 300, I've got an oil change video for that. I did a lot of research, you know, current up-to-date research, oils, what's available, what to do, what to use, and why.